All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to embark on a 3-day visit to Indonesia today to attend G20 summit in Bali. Filing of nominations for first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. India International Trade Fair to begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. At least 6 people killed and 81 injured in terror blast in Istanbul, Turkey. And Indian shooters bag 4 gold medals at Asian Airgun Championship in Daegu, South Korea. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 3-day visit to Indonesia from today to attend the 17th G20 summit in Bali. During the summit, G20 leaders will deliberate extensively upon key issues of global concern. This year's theme of the summit is Recover Together, Recover Stronger. 3 working sessions will be held as part of the G20 summit agenda. These are food and energy security, health and digital transformation. Briefing media in New Delhi yesterday, Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra said that during the Bali summit, Prime Minister Modi and other G20 leaders will deliberate extensively upon key issues of contemporary relevance.
During the summit, Prime Minister Modi and other G20 leaders will deliberate extensively upon key issues of contemporary relevance, including the state of global economy, issues relating to energy, environment, agriculture, health and digital transformation. The Bali summit comprises of 3 working sessions at the leaders level where PM will be participating. These include sessions on food and energy security, a session on digital transformation and a session on health.
The G20 summit program also includes a leader's visit to a mangrove forest in Bali on the 16th of this month. On the sidelines of the summit, Prime Minister Modi will have several bilateral interactions with the G20 leaders to brief them on India's evolving priorities regarding G20, as also to review key elements of bilateral engagements with these world leaders. He will also address and interact with the Indian community in Bali. At the closing session of the summit, the Indonesian president will symbolically hand over the G20 presidency to Prime Minister Modi. India will formally assume the charge from the 1st of December this year. We have a report.
India will host the next G20 summit in September next year. India's G20 presidency hopes to provide new strength, direction and perspective to G20 discussions on diverse subjects which include green development, digital transformation, women-led development and greater voice to the global south in issues of international economic cooperation. The G20 is a premier forum for international economic cooperation and it plays a crucial role in shaping and strengthening the global architecture and governance on all major international economic and development issues. G20 members represent around 85% of the global GDP, over 75% of the global trade, and about 2/3 of the world's population. With Anand Kumar, Suparna Saikya, AIR News, Delhi.
The filing of nominations for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat will end this evening. More from our correspondent.
The process of filing nomination papers for 89 seats in the first phase of the total 182 assembly seats in Gujarat began on November 5. Today is the last day of filing nomination papers. Scrutiny of nomination papers will take place tomorrow, while names can be withdrawn till November 17. Voting for the first phase will be held on December 1st. A total of 324 nominations have been filed in the state so far. Of these, 316 candidates have filed their nominations for the first phase and 8 for the second phase. Meanwhile, BJP declared 1 candidate, Congress 6 and Aam Aadmi Party 2 more candidates yesterday. With Aparna Khoot, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited people to share ideas and suggestions for his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, which will be broadcast on the 27th of this month at 11 a.m. It will be the 95th episode of the monthly radio program. The Prime Minister has invited people to share their ideas on topics he should address in the coming episode of Mann Ki Baat. People can share their views in the Namo app or MyGov Open Forum. They can also dial the toll-free number 1-800-117800 and record their message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. The phone lines will remain open till the 25th of November. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has assured the nation that armed forces are fully equipped to give befitting reply to anyone who casts an evil eye on India. Addressing an event in Jhajjar, Haryana yesterday, the Defence Minister asserted that safeguarding national interests is the main focus of the government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mr. Singh said the military is being armed with state-of-the-art and indigenously developed weapons and equipment to protect the country from future challenges. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. The 41st India International Trade Fair IITF will begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal will inaugurate the fair, which will continue till the 27th of November. This year the theme of the trade fair is Vocal for Local, Local to Global. The 14-day mega event assumes a special significance as it coincides with celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. 29 states and union territories are participating in the event. Bihar, Jharkhand and Maharashtra are partner states, while Uttar Pradesh and Kerala are participating as focus states in the fair. Our correspondent reports that 12 foreign countries, including Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bahrain, Belarus, Iran, Nepal, Thailand, Turkey, the UAE and the UK are also participating in the fair.
Nearly 2,500 domestic and foreign exhibitors are participating in the trade fair to showcase their products and services. The first 5 days of the trade fair are exclusively reserved for business days, and it will open to the general public from 19th of November. The timings of the fair will be 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. IITF tickets for both business days as well as general days can be purchased from customer care centers of 67 metro stations. On general days for the public, in case of weekend and holidays, the rates of IITF tickets will be 150 rupees for adult and 60 rupees for child, while on weekdays it will be 80 rupees for adult and 40 rupees for child. On business days, the ticket rates will be higher. For Divyang and senior citizens, the entry into the fair will be free. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
The Delhi government lifted the ban on BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel four-wheelers from today. Now these vehicles can ply in the city roads without any restrictions. Earlier, the government had imposed a ban on the movement of BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel vehicles as part of the anti-air pollution measures under Stage 3 of the Graded Response Action Plan. President Draupadi Murmu will attend the state-level program of Madhya Pradesh on the occasion of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas tomorrow. The program will be held in Shahdol. This day is celebrated nationwide to mark the birth anniversary of Adivasi icon Birsa Munda. Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat is on a 4-day visit to Chhattisgarh. During his visit, he will participate in various programs in Jashpur and Sarguda districts to mark the Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. The Janjatiya Gaurav Divas is observed on November the 15th, the birth anniversary of tribal freedom fighter Birsa Munda, to commemorate the contribution of tribal freedom fighters. Today is Children's Day. The day is celebrated across the country to increase awareness about the rights, care and education of children. It is celebrated on the 14th of November every year on the birth anniversary of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. World Diabetes Day is being observed today. The day provides an opportunity to raise awareness about diabetes as a global public health issue and what needs to be done collectively and individually for better prevention, diagnosis and management of the condition. This year's theme is Access to Diabetes Education. In Rajasthan, an explosion occurred on a railway track in Udaipur hours before the recently inaugurated Asarwa-Udaipur express train from Ahmedabad was supposed to pass. Police said they were investigating all angles, including sabotage. Officials said explosives were used to damage the tracks on Saturday night in Orha Bridge near Kevada Kinal, which comes under the Jawar Mines police station of Udaipur. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the teams of the Anti-Terror Squad, National Investigation Agency and Railway Protection Force are investigating the incident. He also said that the accused will be punished severely.
The teams of state government ATS, central government NIA, railways RPF, all the teams are there on the site. Moment the information came, everybody reached at the site. Investigation is going on. Whomsoever has done this kind of destructive activity, they will be severely punished. We'll go to the logical end to make sure that the people who have tried to destroy the track and cause a big accident, they will be punished.
In Turkey, at least 6 people have been killed and 81 injured in an explosion in a busy area of central Istanbul. The blast happened on the Istiklal Street in the Taksim Square area yesterday afternoon. Turkish Vice President Fuat Oktay said the blast is thought to be a terrorist attack carried out by a woman. India has conveyed its deepest condolences to the government and people of Turkey on the tragic loss of lives in the blast that took place in Istanbul yesterday. In a tweet, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Orinder Bakci also expressed sympathy with those who sustained injuries and wished them a speedy recovery. Indian shooters dominated the Asian Airgun Championships in Daegu, South Korea by winning gold medals in all 4 team events yesterday. India has so far won 10 gold medals in this competition. The trio of Arjun Babuta, Kiran Ankush Jadhav and Rudrank Balasaheb Patil started the day with a gold medal, beating Kazakhstan 17-11 in the final of the men's 10-meter air rifle event. In the women's category, Indian shooting team of Mehuli Ghosh, Illavenil Valarivan and Meghna Sajjanar beat hosts Korea 16-10 in the finals. In junior men's, Divyansh Singh Panwar, Sri Kartik Sabariraj Ravi Shankar and Vidit Jain defeated hosts Korea by a margin of 16-10 in the finals. In the women's category, the Indian junior women's team of Tilottama Sen, Ramita and Nancy beat South Korea 16-2 to win another gold in the continental event. In cricket, England created history by winning their second T20 World Cup, defeating Pakistan by 5 wickets at the Melbourne Cricket Ground yesterday. Led by Ben Stokes with the bat and Sam Curran with the ball, England overcame a staunch Pakistan challenge to win the World Cup. They are now the only side who are the defending ODI and T20 World Cup champions. England chased down the low-key target of 138 runs with an over to spare. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Sunil. India, with the help of other developing countries, thwarted rich nations' move at COP27 to focus on all top 20 current carbon dioxide emitters, saying can't club us at big historical polluters, writes the Times of India. External Affairs Minister and Antony Blinken discuss Ukraine, Indo-Pacific, headlines the Tribune, referring to the meeting between the Foreign Minister of India and America's Secretary of State in Phnom Penh yesterday. With this, S. Jaishankar has met his counterparts in Russia, Ukraine and the US within a week, writes the paper. G20 Health and Finance Ministers launched a $1.4 billion fund for pandemics ahead of the bloc's Leaders Summit in Bali, reports the Asian Age. Victory of Biden-led Democrats in the US Senate is front page news in Hindustan Times. Lower house still up in the air, writes the Asian Age. And finally, the Pioneer carries the photograph of a jubilant England cricket team at the Melbourne Cricket Ground with the caption, England win T20 World Cup, break Pakistani hearts. The Hindu writes, England reigns in an edition replete with thrills and spills.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to embark on a 3-day visit to Indonesia today to attend G20 summit in Bali. Filing of nominations for first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. India International Trade Fair to begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. At least 6 people killed and 81 injured in terror blast in Istanbul, Turkey. And Indian shooters bag 4 gold medals at Asian Airgun Championship in Daegu, South Korea. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.